And another seamless intro. And another seamless transition. What do you think?
Yes.
Spot on.
A couple of seamless individuals.
Good evening, everyone. I've just been informed it's our 4-year anniversary tomorrow. So it's 4 years of talking crap down his, well, not this microphone, but other ones. Bill's still on the same camera.
Totally. I got this one shortly after, though.
I could have recharged the old headset.
Yeah.
Here she is. McDonald's.
Oh, yes. The ones where you had to put the... Yeah, I remember those.
Do you want
remember them well.
Do you want fries with that?
Well, I've got these. Now, I mean, I could go... These are a little bigger.
Yeah. I think your other ones packed up, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. No, I think I gave them to the grandson because he was doing gaming or something.
All right. They were a good set then, weren't they? Your microphone was real loud.
Yeah.
Mine was really quiet. The thing is, what we didn't realise was if you've only got to do a couple of clicks in OBS, and we could have both been really loud, really quick.
Yeah. Yeah. But the problem was, remember, we had to put something between the microphone and here because it kept coming back through.
It did on my side, yeah. Yeah, the speaker, because they were only cheap, the microphone could hear the speaker.
Yeah, well, I have officially gone to smoke.
Have you?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Well, you've started smoking again.
No, I went to smoke.
Right.
It's the AI smoke driver I went to.
It's got a big foot on
there.
it. God, look at the size of that. It's like a bloody...
So, figured I'd wait and tell everybody that I'm back to smoke. You know?
Back to smoke.
So,
It's just like a spaceship fastened to a stick. Don't leave me now, Bill. We're still doing it. Right, I'm going to go through these while you're
put
smoking.
The lid back on. I got to have this smoke over here. I don't want to do it on front of everybody.
Yeah. Oh, good evening to Christopher. Oh, CC Coils first. Christopher Earl. Oh, CC Cause, we love you because you remember, obviously. Christopher Earl, good evening to you. Oh, the UK Vaping Community Association has been in and has put a link in to the video that's just come up on the new YouTube channel. So if you want to go over there and watch that after, it's a bit of information for you if you're interested. Good evening, the Vaping Snowman. Nice to see you. Golf BN, we love you. Mr. Intense, good evening. Mr. Ian Thomas sent me. Steam Pugs, good evening. We love you. Coil, good evening. Cloud Chucker, good evening. We love you. Ian Thomas, who sent Mr. Intense, good evening. Jane Dowd, good evening. Nice to see you. Christopher Hill again. Nicky Maynard, good evening. Nice to see you. Andy C, good evening. We love you. Oh, Nicky Maynard, we love you as well. Oh, it's hard work, this.
Yeah,
Tim NZ, morning. Hang on. Big jump. Morning or evening for you folks. Evening. We were 21:06 on a...
Afternoon here. It's 4 o'clock.
Yeah. So Bill's 1,700?
No, 4 o'clock would
1,600.
be 1,600. Yeah, 1,700 is 5 o'clock.
We're 21:06. CC Cause, there he is again. Nice to see you. Oh, we love you. Lizzie Legiox, which is Legiox. Legiox? I don't know. Good evening, Lizzie. Nice to see you. Good evening, Garrett. Nice to see you. No Belgian beer this evening, sadly. I can only drink beer once a week now because otherwise my trousers don't fit. Good evening, Shrek. Nice to see you. We love you. Big Ken's Cupboard. Nice to see you, mate. How you doing? Make sure you subscribe to Big Ken. And
his cupboard.
And his cupboard.
Did you get Hedgie B?
It's Kenny. We was on with Craig.
No, I know. Hedgie B was up above that.
Was he? Did I miss him? Hedgie B, good evening. Nice to see you, mate.
It says bourbon in left hand, blackjack juice vape in the right hand. I'm ready for you.
I've got 4 shots of bourbon in a pint glass with with Diet Coke, to be honest. Connor Smith, good evening. Shut up already. It's popping now. It's popping now. Yeah. Have you got water? Yeah. I'm sure that's vodka you put in there. Matt Waits, good evening to you. I think we're done. Legio X Vape, good evening. Nice to see you. I've actually got some e-liquid sent out by them. I bought one off Vape Gems. And then they got in touch and said, would you like to try these other two? I said, I would, because this one that they've already sent out is absolutely bloody amazing. It's a beautiful custard. You'd enjoy it, Bill. I'm sure you would. But you can't have it, sadly.
It's a good custard. Yeah.
It is a really good custard, I know.
Yeah.
And I think we're done. We're finally done.
Good custard here.
Oh, yeah? Whose is that? Is it Bill's?
I made it. Yeah, this is Bill's vanilla custard.
All right. So I've got
double vanillas, double custards. Yeah.
Well, this is the Britannia custard. I'm going to do a review on it.
Now?
There we go. I was going to say it's a bit dark, isn't it? Britannia custard. This is the custard they use underneath the other one with the stewed rhubarb and the other one. And this is Venus custard. That's what it looks like. Does look a bit... Looks smart, doesn't it? Not sure about the eagle on the thing. Gold eagle. And that's a strawberry custard, so that'll be nice. And also... we've got the fluid range that's come out to the out to the reviewers, so we've got that now. That's come out, so I've got that to do. But I haven't got anything done today because I've been busy messing about on the internet, making Facebook groups up. As everybody else will probably in here will probably know. It's been quite busy. Right? Anybody else? What you saying? Connor Smith, you know you love me talking too much. Connor, you know Connor, don't you? Connor's the one that starts talking and then he just can't stop. And if he's in a Facebook group, he starts typing and he just can't stop. He's just Mr. Communicado. Anybody else said anything to us just before we start? So you've been out. Scott Wood, good evening to you. Anybody else?
Valentine.
Stuart Valentine, good day from us. Nice to see you. But they must catch us when they're having the coffee in the morning. Yeah. So anyway, we decided we were going to do a bit of an advocacy group, so that's what we did, or I did. Vic was on about it yesterday, so I started one today. Whether it'll ever take off and do any good is a different matter, but we'll see. But I decided to have a go at it. The only thing is, I don't know what it means, so I keep pressing buttons and things seem to work out, so I've just put a little video up on there if you want to go across and watch that. And sort of join in with it. If you've got any ideas, it'd be really interesting.
You may want to put the
it's already did.
So they can.
Yeah, hang on, if I can copy it. Does it let you copy it? I don't know how you do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Knocky. I got
12 subscribers.
I put some new coils in an arbiter, and then I lost one of them.
You lost what? One of the coils?
Yeah, I put them in this morning, and I was getting it ready, and I was basically, getting them to glow a little, and scrapey, glowy, scrapey, glowy, scrapey, and then all of a sudden, the end wrap, fell off. It's just while I was scrapey, and the end wrap went. And I was like, hell.
That didn't used to happen with John's.
No, I'm not going to say whose coils they are because I'm not sure it was the coil just yet. But I got 3 packs of them, so I will see. But one of the coils is still in there and fine. I'm going to have to cut one of the other 2 packs down to a 1 coil and put one of them in, and then I'll know which one's what. So
there we go. That's the first 5 of the month.
Yeah, you got 3 people there at the top, and then the other 2, I have no idea who they are. Marcus Lee and
Marcus
Stephen
is one.
there. I don't know.
Yeah, Marcus and Stephen definitely. They're there.
Lizzie got one. Jane Dowd got one, and
there you go.
Mick.
Vaping Mick. I thought Vaping Mick already had one. Anyway, the free welcome. Bill melted the leg. That's what Ian said.
Yeah, it's most likely, but it's kind of hard to do that in the arbiter. Because you just stick it down in and then you snip it at the bottom. So generally, you don't have that problem. But somehow,
it depends if you've got it off. If you've got it up glowing, too much glowy, or too much scrapey.
Too much scrapey. I'll let me write that down so I don't do that anymore. Don't do too much glowy. Don't do too much scrapey.
Have you been watching Mark Fagan?
This is the show you can come to get all the technical stuff on the glowy, scrapey stuff like that. If you're going to want to find out about tech stuff, here's your place.
I know you are, Lizzie. I know you are, Doc. Yeah, I remember that. Here's the other half of Legio X Vape, because that's where it says. That's where it says Lizzie Legio. Yeah, if you want, and if you're looking for any sort of tech support, if you want to know how to make your YouTube channel work, if you pop over to Benny Vapes, he'll fill you in on how it all works. Oh, what about Poppy? Do you get Poppy?
Oh, I thought it was Poopy.
No, it'd be double O, not double P.
That's right. Yeah. Well, my eyes aren't that great. I'm looking. Okay, now it is Poppy. Yeah.
I finally worked it out. I can see the chat better if I have the better half, apparently. The better half. He's not going to argue with you, look, is he? Too much watty, Bill. Could be that.
Watty?
Yeah. Too much watty, too much scrapey.
Yeah.
you started off.
They probably glowy too much. They were too glowy. And caused me to breaky.
Edgy B, I'm worried now. If I scrapey my leftovers on my plate, is my leg going to fall off?
It might.
Don't do too much rubby either, because that might.
The problem you don't have there at CC Coils is maybe I do treat my coils how I treat my ladies.
Just a thought: if you're thinking about coils, and you are over in the UK, if you pop over to Facebook and look up CC Coils, and get in touch with them, if you spend over £10 and use the discount code Bill10, it's back again. You get 10% off. Yeah, it's back.
I thought it was late 10.
Oh no, they changed it. Well, you obviously know, because you must have got in touch with them to get them to change it.
I my lawyer had said something about somebody doing something, and I don't really know. I have to visit with him a couple times a week or something, make sure stay on top of shit. But
too much eating. Oh God, it's getting worse there. It's like, but yeah, I don't know. And also, if you are looking for some e-liquids, if you pop over to Dispergo and have a look at theirs, and you can use Bill 20 and get 20% off there. And maybe, you never know, Legio X might give us a Bill 10 as well, but you never know. Never know what's going to happen. So I'm going to give a review on that. Obviously, I got... you'd enjoy this, Bill. You'd love this e-liquid.
I'm trying to see it. Tea and biscuits.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good at all. That sounds about flat, nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess no biscuits is cookies, right?
Yeah. Sweet tea and cookies.
Okay. So now you've got sweet tea and cookies. So yeah. Okay. Now that changes it. I was thinking of biscuits. I went back to our biscuits, and I'm thinking, tea and biscuits. That's like, no, I'm sorry. That's just not going to do it.
Yours are more, there you go. You see, it's a possibility.
I am going to go out on a limb and say tea and biscuits has got sugar cookie in it.
It's definitely got sugar. It's quite sweet. On the knuckle, it's quite sweet. I don't know what it's like when you actually vape it. I did watch a review on it last night, and it was a very funny review by Flat Cap. It was very, very, very funny. And he said it was quite sweet. And I thought, I'm just going to knuckle test this. And on the knuckle, it is quite sweet. So it'd be interesting. I tried it at Expo, and I don't remember it vaping sweet. So it could just be on the knuckle. LCC Coils posted to the States as well. Did they actually get there then, Ian?
All right. I'll have to find out.
Yeah. Remember to use Bill 10.
Yeah. So I get him on. I gotta go on Facebook, right? Okay.
Yeah, we'll hook you up with him in a bit. Matt said he didn't find it sweet at all, but I say I only tried it on the knuckle. I haven't vaped it yet. To be honest, I ain't put the nick in. Good evening, Vapor Bunny. We love you.
I wouldn't figure, like I said, it does. I'm still, John sent me some, well, let's see, in July, it'll be 2 years ago. I'm still waiting on those.
You watch, if he sends some out, and then the Matt will turn up together.
Well, he sent out to a few of us, and nobody got them. So
no, that's right. They said they were going all right for a start. They must have put him on the hit list, and it didn't.
Yeah, the first set he sent to me, I got. But it was the second set that he tried to send that didn't make it.
And they didn't get through to anybody else either. So he must have.
No, it was because Disco was getting some, I was, and there was like 2 other people that had placed orders.
Yeah,
and they didn't get theirs either. So it all got snatched up somewhere.
I was watching Green last week, and he'd sent a package out to somebody. I can't think where it was, and it came back over a year later. It'd been stuck in some customs thing.
There's shit that's been lost in the post for decades, and then showed up. We sent a thing to Thailand to my brother-in-law, and it was just an envelope with deal, and it never got to him. I mean, just never got there.
Was it money?
Yeah. It was a check that he had coming from somewhere, but nobody could get. It was never cash, because you couldn't do anything with it, and so he ended up, after a certain amount of time, he contacted the place and said, "Look, I never got that." So It was something to do with he couldn't get it sent directly to him from the company, so they would send it to us, and then we would get it, and then we would post it and send it to him.
Yeah.
And the first time we did it, it never got to him. The second time it did.
The different. No, it's not a real discount code. So ignore what Coyle puts. Fluid 75 for £2 on. Yeah, it makes you wonder, because you were saying, I know we spoke about it before, they wouldn't let him just put it in his bank account, would they? He had to go physically over to the country by check.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was goofy, whatever the hell it was. But like I said, it just shows you that, it doesn't, sometimes shit just gets lost. But when you send it to 4 or 5 different people and all that shit gets lost, now there's something going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It makes you wonder, if you get on a red flag in the end, because it's it's going into the thing, unless you sent them all out on the same day and they just kept all of them. But if you continually sending stuff out, and all of a sudden it all starts to disappear, makes you wonder if they just sort of register what it is and then say, "Oh no, anything that comes through."
Yeah, because he was marking it as
heating.
I think heating or
heating way.
Some kind of electronic or electronical or electronical. Yeah. That's a good word. All right, we're going to add that word. Today's new word is a word that doesn't exist called electronical.
The thing is with it, it's what he said on the label is exactly what it is. It's heating way, because that's what they use it for, isn't it? Before they started making calls out.
It's like I was just trying to get my toaster fixed, and I still don't have the shit to get it fixed. Yeah.
It's a small toaster, that.
Well, yeah, but and besides that, I would have probably did too warmy, too scrapey. Probably.
I've been vaping for 10 years, and the doctor finally said I'm smoke free. Right. I was talking to a life insurance guy, and he said, "Do you smoke?" I says, "No, I vape." He says, "Oh, well, you go down as a smoker then." I says, "Why?" "Because I don't smoke a vape." Yeah, it's the same thing. I said, "No, it's not the same thing. It's vape. It's 95%." But he said, in life insurance, it's just the same thing. So
it's right. But in life insurance, if you vape and they say, "Do you smoke?" you say no, and then you go on.
Yeah.
Because it's not. So, and technically they can't come back and say anything, because they can say the question was, "Do you smoke?" "No, I don't."
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're a non-smoker. Yeah, I'm a non-smoker because I don't smoke.
Yeah, it's like when I go to the doctor, they always have the question, "Do you smoke? Have you ever smoked?" And I put, "Yes, I have previously." "When did you quit?" And I put down 4 years ago. And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, that's nice." And then that's all. If they say, "Do you vape?" then I've got to either lie or do something. But, I don't, if they just ask, "Do you smoke?" I don't give them any more.
No.
Nothing to go on. I'm just like, "No, I don't." And that's it. Yeah.
When I took that computer back the other week, they're quite renowned for not giving you your money back and being a right pain. Anyway, all of a sudden he said, "Oh yeah, I'll give you your money back." So there's no point in arguing about it. And then I started talking to him again, and I just suddenly thought, just don't speak to him anymore.
You don't. Yeah. That's the thing is it's like, let's keep this black and white, short and sweet. You got this, I want that. Okay, thanks. And then don't say anything else, because all you can do is screw it up. You've already gotten where you want.
That was the same when I started talking about. So we were still arguing about the fact that it wasn't a particularly good thing. And I thought, you've got exactly what you want. Just stop talking now. That's what I did. That's it. Anyway, that was it. And I come out with my money, and that was that. I'm pleased I did as well, because that idea ran out pretty quick. I only did two shows on it, and that was the end of it. So it was a waste of time anyway. It was just another one of my ideas. It's been known, but usually I have no issues shipping normally, so Jane can send you some shite-tots.
Yeah, Jane, because I'm trying to think of what the show was. I haven't watched it in a long, long time. I don't even know if it's still on. But Jane there was a show, and it was a woman and 2 guys. One of the guys, it seems like, was dragging somebody on. The other guy used to come in our Subaru. Used to come in here, and then the can't think of what her name was now, but she was from Georgia, but I think she lived in Alabama, but she was from Georgia. And Jane used to do those. That's been a couple, 3 years ago when I used to watch that. Jane will remember, I'm sure, because like I said, they used to get her stuff there, and they were all in the States.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I can remember that guy in the Subaru.
I can't remember her show. I can't remember what the name of the show was. I'm sure she will, but and like I said, the show may still be going on. I don't know. I just haven't.
Yeah, Stuart's just asking if he sent some stuff at Shy Tots to the Oz distro before the band.
Spring.
Was it Spring? Who was the guy in the Subaru then? I can sort of remember something about the Subaru.
No, that was his name. It was
Right.
Well, I said there was 3 of them, and because the thing was I knew her from Batman's Zoom room.
What? It was Spring.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we spoke to him, isn't it? I mean, we were that must be it's 4 years ago, isn't it? Because that's where we started.
Yeah, well, it's been close, but like I said, no, I still watched and followed that show for a while after that. Is she still on, Jane? Because she did reviews. They had the live show. They had the whole 9 yards. It was always a lot of fun.
Hasn't smoked for 2 days. What's that?
Hell, hasn't smoked for 2 days. I don't know.
Our state's not a problem at the moment for shipping.
At the moment, yeah.
The only thing is that, I mean, I sent that mod to Matthew. I can't remember where he lived, but that was over 20 quid, just standard.
Yeah, but the thing with the coils from John, I think it was like $7 or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it wasn't that big of a deal,
No.
So. And the other thing was, yes, Phil, but not vape related. Yes. Yeah.
I wonder what she's doing in there. I wonder if she's become into vape advocacy and started the UK VCA.
Yeah.
Going to take on the government by storm. Tommy V, how you doing? Nice to see you.
What's going on?
Haven't seen him for ages.
Look at the message for that one. I just got him made off smoking. I bought him an Aspire. He hit it on 20 milligram and loves it. Okay, so he hasn't smoked for 2 days. All right. Right, now good. It makes more sense.
Yeah, good. That was it. 20 milligrams was it? I don't like salts, to be honest. I was on about it with somebody. I don't
know whether I like them or not. I might.
They make me sneeze.
Well, pepper does that to me. But.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the effect I get with that. Anyway, I've been over and I bought some luscious butterscotch custard from Vape and Brew in Northern Ireland, which just happens to be Vapor Bunny's shop. So I've got that coming. I've got to stop buying now because I won't be able to get in the room if I carry on. So that's me done. But the only trouble is sometimes I'll go on and I'll have a few beers and I buy something off Graham and then I think, I bought anything off Bunny now, so I have to buy something off her. But it's getting a bit expensive, so I need to stop. I had a few beers last night. My wife says, can Louise borrow your AirPods to go on holiday with? I said, no, not really. And then I went on Amazon and bought some. But if Louise, if you're watching this, please, I've just realised what I've done. Anyway, she doesn't normally watch this.
Okay. I think you're okay.
Yeah, she stopped
vaping. I don't
vaping.
see her anywhere.
Anyway, she's getting some sort of, because she's going on the A380, the big one, the big bird. She's going there on Sunday. Yeah.
God, they call stuff big ones now, but did you ever back in the? Well, I don't know. You weren't around in the 70s. The big 747s with the 2 stories and the upstairs and the downstairs.
I've been on one. Yeah.
Oh man, I came back from, I think it was Okinawa, and we flew commercial back. We went from Okinawa to Tokyo to, I think on that we went Okinawa, Tokyo, Hawaii, LA, I believe it was. And it was like right around the holidays. And there was nobody coming from there over here at the time.
Yep.
And so there was about 60 of us on this whole big ass plane. That was all. And so they just opened it up and said, you can go anywhere you want. You climb upstairs. They had a bar. They had, the whole 9 yards. It was nice. It was really good.
Like a private jet. Well,
the thing was,
jumbo.
you couldn't figure out how the hell this thing stayed in the air. Because, there was things were huge.
They were, yeah.
God, they're big.
Yeah. I've been on one, Virgin from Gatwick to Vegas. And you're sitting on it when you used to going on normal commercial aircraft. You think, oh, right, we'll be up in a minute. And then you drive down the runway and you think, we'll be up in a minute. We'll be up in a minute. And it seems to be right at the very end. And it goes,
yeah, finally it just starts. Yeah, it's big. Got to get a lot of speed to get it off the ground. Yeah.
But we were just in the bit downstairs, and it wasn't the nicest experience, if I remember.
Yeah.
Good evening, Will T. Nice to see you.
Bunny said she posted it today, so you should get it, and there may be
nice.
a few wee extras in there.
People are so kind. There's some things
don't say anything until you see what the wee extras are. It might be dirty socks or something.
Yeah,
you
could be.
Know?
Yeah, could be Darren's underpants.
Good. Or she may have finally got off of some of that Altum collection that she's got, because she's known for having one of the best Altum collections in the whole UK.
Good evening, Scuba. Apparently it's at work, so we've got to do it in sign language. Do you know sign language?
All right, here, Scuba, can you?
Bless him. I ain't been to watch him for a few weeks.
The only sign language I know.
I ain't been to watch him for a few weeks. Do you know Bunny and Darren have got, they don't actually own one shop, they own two shops. They've got one each.
That's just talking about my arse.
Is he? Who is?
Bunny.
My favourite flights have always been the little wave hoppers, small 6-passenger. No. I've never been in one of them. I've been in the 90s and stuff like that. That works, Bill.
Yeah. I said it's the only sign language I know. I'm sorry.
Apparently she's going to kick your ass. That's what she's going to do.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know why, but I guess she didn't want everybody to know, because they'll all be wanting to come by the house and see it. You could charge for it. It's like tickets.
Yeah. Connor wants, because Connor's partially sighted. Well, he pretends he is so he can get loads of money off the government, but he seems to see perfectly well when he's in the Zoom room. He says, don't suppose you can describe Bill's facial features, but as he's been blind. Well, he's got curly hair, blue eyes, a petite nose, a full set of rockstar teeth, and a ponytail.
Actually, at one time, I had almost all that. I had curly hair. I had curly hair one time. They bet me. It was a drinking thing. We were all drinking. I had longer hair, and we were all drinking, and somebody bet me $50 I wouldn't get a perm. So I got a perm. God, that stuff stinks. Man, I'll tell you what, every time you wash your hair, after you get a perm, every time you wash your hair for the next 2 months, you just smell that crap. That is the stinkiest stuff you ever smelled in your life.
Did you get it into some sort of... good evening, Dave Lloyd. Nice to see you as well. Did you get it into some sort of style, or was it just stuck on there looking... What did they call it?
It was just a frizzy, permy, just all up there curly hair. Like
what was... Rick James. Was it Rick James?
I don't... Just stuck up there, it used to be, the guys I used to, it would be like we'd go drinking, and then somebody would always come up with some stupid idea of whether or not somebody would do something or whatever else. And then some monetary value would get stuck on it. And then depending on how much all of us had drank, one of us would, take the dare, and
you went and got a perm. You'll have to look, see if you can find a photograph for you. How old would you have been?
Yes, that would have been, I would have been, what, so that would have been early 80s. So
you wouldn't have been too far out of place.
I'd have been 20, 25, 26, somewhere in there, probably. Yeah.
You wouldn't have been too far out of place.
Yeah, I don't even think they had cameras then. So, no, there's no pictures.
Mick and Bill, stop it. Mick and Bill can't stop it either, Scuba. What's that?
Yeah.
What do you mean? The number one vape show in the UK can't stop that. It's on about well, this is the number one vape show in the UK. They all just
right now. It's the best.
Yeah, right now it is. It's only us on.
The number one vape show on in the UK. You know, at the moment. Yes, as far as I know.
If you want to, Scooby, you can come across and join the UK VCA, which is a new organisation that's got masses and masses of members, getting really big. I can't see it all, Scooby, bloody hell. There's so much. There's 20,000 people in here. It's not like your show when you only get 4.
Yes. Well, they had 3 on it.
Yeah, they are banning pods. Yeah. They're not banning pods. They're banning disposables. Scuba.
Yeah, there's a difference. This is a pod.
This is a disposable. I've thrown it away.
Yeah, I've still got this thing.
Oh yeah, you still got the same coil.
It's been over a month.
There you go. That's it then. That's you. You changed over now.
Of course, the thing is obviously I don't hit this much. You know,
no.
It's real convenient though. You can take it to the golf course, you can stick it in your pants pocket. So I've usually got one of these or 2 of these in the cart. But if you got to get out of the cart, walk around somewhere or whatever else, you decide, you just reach in your pocket, hit it, stick it back in your pocket.
That's a good thing.
These are convenient as hell, but.
Yeah, the reason there's also a range of pods that you can get from, so you can find the one that suits you better. If you want to suck a bowling ball down a straw, there is actually one for that, which I think is about the 0.8. You can get the 0.7s over there. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. They're about 4 mil pods, and there's a little rubber flap that you pull out just to do it. They should ban flavour.
No, he said shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
Corrected it.
Yeah. Well, they shouldn't actually be banning anything, but if they're going to ban anything, then that's what's been disposables. So the only problem is with the government, if you allow them to ban things, they do. And then they think, well, they weren't that bothered when we did that.
It should be, you already have in place enough to regulate who gets liquor. You have enough in place to regulate who gets all of the other adult things that are out there. So you just regulate that the same damn way and go on. It's not rocket science,
Well, kids buy alcohol. They get alcohol.
Yeah, I'm saying, but the thing is you're not going to stop anybody from getting anything if they want it bad enough. But you still have things in place that says it makes it more difficult. Yeah.
But the thing is, what they're doing, it's still Beauty's pocket. Believe in yourself, he said, by the way, we love you. He said, is that a vape in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? That's what he said, Bill. Yeah. AGB said it's a stubby.
If it's like that, if that's thin and square, then I need to see a doc, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's time you did.
Yeah. And if the head comes off,
the top keeps falling.
And then if you treat it real bad, it breaks right off the tip.
Shout out to Amatorium for this beautiful manna. Still available, £5 a bottle. Get you some over there. I actually bought it. That's where I bought it from. To be honest, I'd forgotten how good this is. I bet it's all sold out now anyway, because I did a re-review on it. Mr. Intense.
Yeah, there still would, Mr. Intense. If they followed the law, there would be still, because the law here says you can't drink. But obviously, everybody that I know that was 15, 16 years old or ever has been just found a way to get a hold of it. You just, you find ways to get around shit.
Well, yeah, you do. Yeah, you get an adult to go in and get it for you.
Yeah, you just stand around until some homeless person goes in to buy their stuff, and you're like, hey, here, I'll give you an extra couple of bucks if you'll get me a bottle too. And they're like, oh, all right, I can give me 2 bottles now.
That's right, yeah. They're not bothered. anyone born after 2009 won't be able to buy cigarettes. I didn't know it was vapes as well. So technically, like in 10 years' time, if you were born, but even if you're an adult, if you were born before 2009, when you're 30 years old, you can't buy cigarettes.
After 2009, but not before 2000.
If you were born after 2009, yeah.
Yeah. So if you were born in 2010, if you're 14 right now,
yeah,
it don't matter when you're 50, you still won't be old enough to buy this stuff.
Yeah. Can you imagine that happening?
No.
Never.
No.
Somebody's mental, aren't they, really? They just think, well, it's not going to happen. Yeah. What, Mr. Intense? I never vaped when I was youngster. I smoked and drank cider.
Well, Scuba, you're in Virginia. They got all kinds of weird damn alcohol laws down there. Always have had. I lived down there for a while, and it was the dumbest thing in the world in Virginia. When I lived down there, the law was that you couldn't advertise any products with alcohol in them in a bar. So you couldn't have a light over the pool table that said Bud Light or Miller or anything like that. You couldn't have a picture. You couldn't have a banner. You couldn't have anything that advertised what you sold, but you could sell it. But they allowed them to have one bottle of each, whatever they sold, on a shelf behind the bar so that you could see that. But they couldn't have any actual advertising.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you couldn't, like everywhere else you go, there's a sign in the window that's flashing that says, beer or Bud or whatever. And
what's that say? I don't remember.
They had and Virginia had the open container law at the time. And then what ended up happening is they found out that the open container law, they didn't really have it set to where it was alcohol. So technically you couldn't even have a soda in your car open.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it was a technicality, but that's how they ended up actually getting rid of that, because they were like, well, now you're saying you can't have an open drink.
The thing is, if you're in your car and you drink 2 or 3 swallows of alcohol and then just drive home, and then because you're thirsty or you've got a cough, or and then you get pulled up and you did a breathalyzer test, you wouldn't be over the limit. So the actual offence is driving while you're over the limit, isn't it?
The actual the actual thing that they're getting you for is because it's open and in the vehicle. It don't matter whether you drank it or not. I mean, you could have drank none. It doesn't matter.
Crazy.
If it's open and in the vehicle, that's an open container. That's a violation. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it? Took me a while to get used to the ABC stores here. In JA, they are private owned.
Yeah, in Georgia is what the GA is. Right. It's different states and
what's ABC store?
Things and alcohol beverage control.
The way it works here is you can walk into a supermarket and all the liquor and beer is available on a shelf. They have to put security devices on top of the liquor bottles because people steal them. But then they come in and they get them off. They must have a thing that takes them off. So you find them at the end there and they've all got it up the jumper and they run off.
Well, here you can go through a drive-through. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, they're going to hand it to you there. What I mean is, it's...
Yeah, but what I mean is, I'm talking about, like, I've gone before up in southern Indiana coming back into Ohio. There's like, the building's there, okay? You drive inside the building. So all of the merchandise is all around you on both sides and everything. And the cash register's here and here. And you're actually in the building. And then you can roll your window down and you can purchase any alcohol or anything else that they got there. You can actually, there's some stores where you could buy a gun by just driving through the place. And so you literally just drive into the store. They bring your stuff. They bring your alcohol to your car.
Wow.
And then you drive out the other side.
That's mad, isn't it? Really, we don't have that. We have, we have drive-through Starbucks and obviously McDonald's and stuff like that. I discovered vaping when helping a lady who later became my wife, helping her to set up helping her to set up
Our
to
show.
be on our show. Her e-cig looked like a cig, but with the end, it lit up blue.
Yeah.
I asked her, what the hell's that? Yeah, that was one of them cigalites, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, the little ones that was like round about like that, and in the end just glowed blue rather than red. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few people who I've spoke to. Well, there's a few people on here that's been started on them. Some people try getting the tags removed before paying at the self-checkout so they can steal them. Yeah, I always... To be honest, I tend to go to a normal checkout because you've only got to go and find somebody to take the top of it or allow it through or something. They look up Hennessy in our liquor store. Lol, apparently some people want it for free.
Want it for free? Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. The thing is, it's expensive, isn't it? I bought a bottle of Jim Beam last night, standard bottle. It was over 20 quid. Used to get a litre for 17 a couple of years ago.
I said, to me, that's always the weirdest thing is this Jim Beam and Jack Daniels. Those were the two rot gut bourbons when I was growing up. I mean, if it was like, what are you drinking? Beam, bourbon. Yeah. Beam. Yeah. Jack Daniels. Yeah. And that was like, those were the ones that you went out and bought for like a $1.20 or something, and then, and the rest of the top shelf stuff was up here, and those were like that would be the bar brand or something they just poured.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that became, and I'm like, when did this happen?
Yeah.
That was the cheap shit.
It's called advertising. Jim Beam has always been a cheaper option to Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels now, for a litre, I think you're talking 40 quid normally. You get occasional offers. I get a few bottles when it's on offer, but I'm just sort of running out of the Christmas
shit,
stash.
Though. That's the thing.
Well, one's dark.
It's not any better than it was then.
No. Well, they do a Gentleman Jack's over here, and that's bloody beautiful. And they also do.
Well, I'm not saying it was bad then. I'm just saying it's not better. It's not like if it was supposedly bottom shelf shit then.
Yeah,
it still is. Unless some people found a way to make some much worse craps. What it come down to it.
It's called marketing. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's how you get up the market.
You just kind of ease it up as you go along until you finally get it up to the premium price and people pay it.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Make it trendy. That's the way to do it. Make it everybody want it. I always preferred Jim Beam to JD. I do like Jack Daniels very much, but I always find it makes me feel sick the next day, whereas Jim Beam doesn't. There seems to be a lot more.
I'm more of a Beam guy. I was more of a
lighter into
drink it Beam. I never really was a big bourbon fan, though. I mean, bourbon was never my drink. I was more of a vodka guy. Never really a bourbon.
I've always liked vodka. It's really easy to drink as well. But the first time I ever tried Jack Daniels, I was in Mexico, and I went up to the all-inclusive bar because I'd been listening about Jack Daniels. You need to try this. And I thought, well, why would you spend all that money if you didn't like it? So it was all-inclusive. So I went up and got a Jack and Coke, and sadly, I really enjoyed it. So it's cost me a fortune ever since. Small price changes, people never notice till it's too late. That's exactly what they do. They just sneak a little bit in. I prefer Eagle Rare. Scuba Light's cock.
You just kind of, edge it up a little. Yeah.
I like Maker's Mark. Switches my feet off, though. I like Bullet. I like... what's the other few I've tried? Buffalo Trace.
Wild Turkey. You ever done Wild Turkey?
I think I can't remember. I don't think I have. I think I actually bought it.
You'd have done Kickin' Chicken. You'd remember it.
I think I bought some, and then Terry Evans' songwriter drank it all. That's what I'm thinking.
And we haven't seen Terry since. So, okay. Yeah.
But he actually did end up laid outside at his own house, not feeling as good as he did when he came to see us. The Fireball is quite tasty. I don't mind it. And the thing is that it's like the Jim Beam cinnamon one.
Yeah.
They don't call it Fireball, do they? They call it something else. But it's weird because you drink it and you think, it's like a liqueur. It's very sweet, isn't it? Yeah, Monkey Shoulder's gorgeous. I actually love Monkey Shoulder. Somebody bought me a bottle of that for Christmas, one of my customers. That didn't last very long.
I like Snake Shoulders.
Snake Shoulders?
Yeah.
My favourite one was chicken lips. Woodford Reserve, that's the one. Beautiful.
Yeah, you get a good, I'll tell you what, you fry up a good batch of chicken lips and nothing beats it. They're good. Yeah.
Hen's teeth with chicken lips. It's a delicacy around here. Yeah, lamb's rum, that's good stuff. Then it's trouble with rum, when you get halfway down the bottle, it makes you feel sick because it's made with sugar cane.
Right.
Too bloody...
Yeah. Go get yourself a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Get the good stuff though if you're going to get it. Don't get that low dollar Pappy Van Winkle. Get the high end. It's well worth the $50,000.
Yeah, we were looking for Long Branch. I've never heard of that one. Which reminds me, I have chicken thighs to smoke when I get home.
Uh-oh, Scuba Smoking. He just said it in chat.
Don't be telling Munchkin you're smoking them chicken thighs.
Yeah, that's right.
She'll be after you. I didn't get in. I ain't been in there for a few weeks. It's got busier. You didn't care for Woodford. I wonder if I can find fighting cock over here. I've got to try it.
So Woodford County is about 15 miles that way.
That's where it's from.
That's where, yeah.
Hague Club whiskey and Kraken rum are about my price of it. That Hague Club's nice. It's just a single, just a blend, isn't it?
When it comes to rum, it was Bacardi. And then if you wanted rum, you got Bacardi 151. Yeah.
Oh, they had 151, that real strong stuff.
Yeah.
Bruegel 151's about 90%, I think, or something ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like firewater, what they used to sell in Dominican Republic. We used to get it when we went over, and they actually stopped you buying it. Said you weren't allowed to bring it back because they were imagining all these bottles of 151. Everybody brought it back, and it was like neat alcohol. A good Scotch.
Never got on with Scotch. Yeah, Scotch just never fit my taste buds.
That's a club that Mr. Intense is on about is David Beckham. Has something to do with it, whether he's just the face of it, I don't know. Russian absinthe. It was filtered so you could mix it into anything. It's about 140 proof. I was warned about it. Yeah. And was in a guild meeting when I began. Old Smoke, Tennessee Rye.
Old Smoky Tennessee Rye.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
No, I don't. I'm not big. I said I'm just. I don't know. There's a lot of the alcohol that I said I was more. It's like gin. I couldn't really get on with gin. I couldn't. Gin was nasty.
You all tell Mick his mic is low and he gets a darn sure. Yeah, that'll teach you.
Yep.
I don't know if there's anyone you'd have to get into some sort of vintage.
It's still low, Mick. It's all the way down here.
Yeah.
You moved it up there.
I've got it. I've got it peaking. I've got it peaking today. It's just into the red, so I've got it set up to perfection today. Dave Lloyd, 35 years sober.
I'm probably
congratulations
over years. I've got to be 15. Not that I was trying.
No. They're the best ones though when you're not trying.
Yeah. Like I said it's not one of those things where, and by sober I just mean not drunk, because I have tried to drink since then. I've had a beer here on this day or that. Doctor always asks you when you go in, do you drink? And it's like, not very often. They're like, well, how often do you drink? I was like, I don't know. Let's see. When's the last time I drank? I think maybe June of last year. And they're like, oh, okay. So
yeah, well done, Dave. Congratulations. After the last time getting paralytic on Bacardi, ain't touching that stuff again. It was the amount that you drank it, though. They're really into it. Anybody, here's one in chat. Anybody remember the drink that you can't drink anymore because of that day? Yep. Whether you actually went to the toilet in your pants or threw up all over the dining room floor, or it's up to you if you share the reason why you don't drink it anymore, or whether it just makes you feel really, really ill when you smell it. One of the obvious ones is Pernod, because a lot of people do that and never can touch it again.
I
I
did
drink.
whiskey sours, and that I got sick on whiskey sours when I was like about 20
Mm,
years old, and could never drink anything along those lines again. Just smelling
really.
it just turns my stomach. Yeah.
MD 2020.
Morgan David 2020.
Yeah. Advocar. I like Advocar mixed with vodka.
I thought Advocar was a movie.
Advocar's
That was
a Dutch.
Avatar.
Yeah, that's Avatar.
Yeah.
Advocar is a eggnog, basically, isn't it? Or very
Is
similar.
it in a blue bottle?
No, it's in
Avatar. The people were blue. Yeah.
I knew he was going to say Pernod, Mark. Somebody was going to say Pernod, wouldn't they? Anise, that comes back to get you when you've... I was sick on Turkish raki, which is basically anise. That would be vodka. It was the first time I went to a school dance, drank a 750 by myself and carried me to the dance so I could throw up on friends. Do you know, at my absolute worst, I could drink a litre. I used to drink a litre in a sitting, and I'd do that 2 or 3 times a week. It was ridiculous amount of vodka to drink.
Sambuca.
Yeah, Sambuca, yeah. I'm not a fan of people that drink Sambuca at the Christmas
The old
party.
thing that when you got so drunk that you ended up on the way home sticking your head outside the car, and then you threw up all down the side of the car, and you got up the next morning and realized, oh man, I got to wash the freaking car.
What did I miss? Where have you been?
We've been talking. This is your life, steampunks. We've been talking about getting drunk, throwing up, getting sick.
Anyway, Bill, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you've watched, because you're not a massive watcher of the shows, because obviously the time difference, and you're not interested.
Yeah.
And Pugs and Nevs. Good evening, Dispergo. I must have took Dispergo's spanner off when I was drunk the other week, so that's not very nice, is it?
You may have. You're at her. It's a different name. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so anyhow, Pugs and Nevs. Yeah.
Not only, well, they've got the 2 things happened to them the other day. They're actually launching into, they're going to do Dubai Vapor Show, which is a massive up and coming market, Dubai. Obviously, there's no shortage of money. And also Egypt, they're going to Cairo to do their vape show as well, which is a major thing. They've been selected to go to the one in Dubai. I've actually been to Cairo.
Maybe they'll run into oh shit, what the hell's his name? John's buddy.
John's buddy.
The mesh guy.
Oh yeah, he might be out there. Yeah. Yeah, what do they call him? I can't remember.
Can't think of his name right now.
No, I can't. He's not in it. He didn't come in anymore. Good evening, Dispergo e-liquids. We've already shilled you out once, but if you pop over to Dispergo e-liquids and use Bill 20, you will get 20% off. Now, they did have an amazing sale on last week. I don't know if it's still on this week, but that is the place to be. The first party I went to in Japan was the girlfriend's monthly computer club party. Beer and red wine topped off with a 3
Suntory whiskey.
Oh,
you don't have any sake? If you're in Japan, you got to drink some sake.
Right. Mr. Just Right, apparently, you'll be able to meet up with him. I think they actually get on with
That's him, yeah.
Yeah, if anybody randomly feels like give me fat wads of free cash, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Well, we could work out a loan, couldn't we, Bill? To be 150%.
Probably so. It's fat wads though. That's chubby maybe, but I'm not going to call it fat.
Oh dear, I don't know. Anyway, it's come to that time because Jeff's just reminded me it's time he went out.
Yep. Jeff knows when the show goes.
Jeff knows when the show... Well, normally, it must be a bit late tonight because normally he starts doing it at about 9:15 and rubs around my feet and starts biting me. I've really enjoyed that tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. Nip over and have a look at that thing if you're interested. It was just an idea. If you go onto Facebook, the UK... I've had to put the sign at the top of the screen because I can't remember what it's been called. It's called the UK Vape Vaping Community Association, and we're just going to do a little bit of advocacy and try and raise a bit of awareness to people that aren't in the vaping community, probably maybe by Facebook, because I ain't made it a private group. So maybe we might be able to do ourselves a little bit of good somewhere, because other people don't seem to be doing us any good, so we might as well try it ourselves. I never borrow money from people with fuck tattooed on their knuckles. Oh well, I think you'd be safe anyway, Pugs. Hey, we ought to do a GoFundMe. It worked when you did it, bloody hell.
There's the
Hey, you done it?
In chat. There's
14 seconds
page, so head over and give him a sub. It's a pretty nice guy. He's a nice guy. I watched him earlier today. He's really knowledgeable. Seems like he's on the ball. Yeah.
It seems like he's trying to know what he's doing. Then that's not such a bad thing, is it, really?
No.
I'm hoping at some point somebody's going to hijack the old lot from me, because I'll sort of run out of knowing what I'm doing pretty quick. It's not actually showed up yet for me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it showed up ages ago. Crazy.
Yeah.
Great stream. Thank you very much, Mick, Bill, and chat. Take care, everyone. Yeah, that's a good way to leave, isn't it? Nice.
Yep.
Right, we'll catch you all soon. There'll be I've got the fluid to do. I've got the Legio X to do, and hopefully by this time next week we may even have a discount code from Legio X. All I've got to do is we've got to people or their people and our people have got to negotiate something with Bill at the front of it. Okay, catch you soon. Bye bye.